Welcome back to another episode of the Casey Campbell Podcast. Casey Campbell with you, of course, and we're pleased to be joined by someone that had a pretty exciting week last week, none other than Luke Fenhaus, of course, the 2021 winner of the Slinger Nationals, the youngest Slinger Nationals winner ever, as well as second place finisher in the SRX race at Slinger. How's it going, man?
It's been a busy week, but it's been so much fun. Kind of just trying to soak it all in. It was hard to soak in Slinger Nationals, just because I was, busy with SRX stuff right away. But it's been a super fun weekend. I've been enjoying it so far, and this whole journey.
So before that weekend, I know the first time I've heard of your name was when you were part of the Kowicki's driver development program. First off, be from Wisconsin to be a part of that program. What was that like?
Oh, it was cool. That I was from Wausau, in Wisconsin, and that was kind of from, it's close to where Alan was from and grew up, and obviously Slinger is his home track. So it's been cool to represent his legacy in so many different ways and support, the whole Alan Kowicki driver development program. It's been a fun journey. It's a busy schedule for sure, but it's been so much fun, trying to relive his legacy.
Yeah. So coming into the Slinger Nationals, it was a tough field. Did you think that you could get it done?
We had bad luck, like pretty much this whole season there. So I was worried. I didn't think we were going to be like that good at all. I was worried that we were going to have problems or something was going to happen, but racing is like that. You can get kicked in the butt one weekend and dominate the next weekend. And that's kind of how it went for us. We've had DNFs, and then to come to Slinger Nationals, we had an all right car. I wasn't really the happiest with it Monday when we tested, but when Tuesday came around, we set fast time and I thought we had decent speed all day. So I thought we had a good chance. I wasn't sure how, Ty was going to be on the long run or any of those guys were going to be on the long run. But I knew we had a decent piece and, hopefully it held up on the long run.
Yeah. And then you won it, and then you automatically go to SRX, and being a part of that race, and we were talking a little bit about this earlier. Did you have to take in a minute and go, wow, what am I doing here? It's like, this is awesome.
Yeah, I mean, that moment hit me when my dad kind of came by me and kind of just hugged me, and before I got out of the car, and he was like bawling his eyes out, and then that kind of made me start to cry, and it was such an emotional time for me, and I was so thankful to be there and be in that position and be where I'm at in my racing career. We've came a long way, so this was a really big win for me, and hopefully it leads to the next thing in my racing career.
Okay, so after racing SRX, racing at Slinger, and before we get to your racing career, just when people saw the SRX race at Slinger, for a lot of people, and including myself, that was the first time they ever saw a race at Slinger. One of the most unique. It's like the straightaways are like, as Alan Bestrick described it, you're kind of like your high school track. And then the bankings of it are like what you see at like Daytona and Talladega. And
yeah,
it's a really, really cool track. I'm like, damn, what, they need to get some they need to get like more series here or something. I mean, like, yeah.
No, it's a unique and very intimidating track, to say the least. It's hard to get a rhythm going there. It's hard to get used to it. It's hard to make your car work there. So obviously those guys caught on quick. That's why, they are who they are, that, now, they're legends themselves. So, they caught on quick. I had to catch on with the race car, but I thought it was a great opportunity for them to go there, and CBS to go at Slinger, and Ray to see the track. And I thought it was a good show. I thought a lot of fans came out. Obviously, it was a sold out crowd, and I heard it was like 1.33 million TV rates. So I thought it was a really good show. It was really well racing. It was different. A lot of guys had to get used to it. And it's a tough place to get around. So I'm glad it was a good show. It was tough on my part to hang with them guys for sure, but I thought it was a lot of fun.
I bet. So we were also talking about this. I know you were talking about a lot of the drivers that you got to talk to, drivers that you never thought that you'd be racing. Who are some of the most interesting? It could be like, one of your crew chiefs, or, talking to some of the drivers, or, being, seeing people that you never would expect to see at a racetrack. Who was the coolest person that you talked to?
Obviously all of them are really special because they're all legends. So I thought Bill was cool. He had a unique story, and he was just different. He was a race car driver, and he's kind of getting up there now, but he was really good. But Tony Stewart has always been that person that I've kind of looked up to in NASCAR way. But I talked to Greg, I talked to Ray. Ray is an awesome dude. He's been helping me with the SRX deal, and just later in my racing career. He's been such a help for me in my racing career, my team, and my family. So I appreciate everyone at the SRX. Obviously, I talked to all the crew guys. It's hard to pick someone out of that whole list. They are all such a great group of guys. And it was fun to be there, and I was so thankful to be there. So Ray, Tony, Bill, Bobby Labonte, they're all on my list. It's hard to pick one.
So you talk about the next step in your racing career. I know that a lot of drivers that have raced in SRX got some opportunities, like, Doug Coby's going to race at Bristol,
yeah,
one of the trucks. It looks like Ernie Francis Jr. might get some opportunities. I'm pretty sure your phone's been going off and trying to see what you want to do. Where is the next step for you? Do you want to go the NASCAR route, or how does that kind of explain what your next step is? Where do you want to be?
Yeah, I think the next step would for sure be the lower level of NASCAR. I'd love to, test the truck and, try and get a one race deal. Just for some people to see, me racing that kind of level. It's for sure NASCAR is the goal and dream. But finance wise, it's really hard. Even our super late model program is tough to get around. So if the right opportunity comes, I'm for sure going to take it and try it out. I'd love to be in a truck and on a full ride. And hopefully later this year we can maybe try and get a one race deal and perform well, and hopefully some guys see that I can run with them, and hopefully get a full truck ride in the next year or two.
You think you might race some? I know that there's also ARCA as well. Have you talked?
Yeah. I mean, we've talked before with some teams, just last year, and it's just hard. It's finance wise, it's tough. And I gotta try to get the full exposure and publicity that I can out of my financial wise. So it's tough which path you want to take for sure. Good equipment's always a must for this NASCAR stuff. So we'll see where it takes us. An ARCA deal, a truck ride, anything, one race deal. I for sure have to hop on it.
Of course, there's an ARCA race coming up in your home state. Of course, the ARCA's returning to Milwaukee Mile this year, so maybe we'll see you in that. But okay, so talk about what's next, like for this season. What are some upcoming races? Where are you at next after a crazy week last week?
Yeah, I think we're gonna run more of the ARCA Midwest Tour. We almost missed out on that at Grundy. It got rained out, thankfully. So we'll see how that goes. Slinger, we're running weekly there in our super late model, and we're gonna try and get the championship there and battle for the Quickie Cup. That's my main goal this year, is try and win that Quickie Cup and win some championships and some more races. Obviously, I want to win every race I'm in. So it's hard. We're gonna try and make it down to the Snowball Derby and get the most publicity out of that, and hopefully turn some heads down there. And then, like you said, maybe something at the end of the year, ARCA wise or truck wise. We'll just see what happens. But for right now, just go win races and championships in my Super Late program.
All right. Luke Fenhaus, thank you so much for spending some time, and congrats on a big week last week. And we'll maybe see you down the road.
Thank you. I really appreciate you for having me on here, and hopefully we'll see you in the future.